So as you all know, I've been very vocal and questioning and highly suspecting that if the female rapper Glorilla was an industry plant, or what an industry insider by the name of Nathan Slavic would call a Mindy artist. Now, as with Yo Gotti would claim and crown the most culturally hottest song of this era in FNF, and I started to connect the dots for a lot of people. Now, there were a few people who still came into my comment section and said that, oh, no, all this was organic. I watched her grind. You know, she's not no industry plant. She worked hard for everything that she got. So the producer of the beat, FNF, took to social media today and voiced his frustration and addressed how Glorilla's manager and Glorilla's team and her label were trying to take this song FNF and put it on her EP because they don't own the song and they can make all the proceeds. They want to keep 100% of the revenue. So he went on Twitter and said, so basically these folks are trying to take me to court over FNF because they want to own the song. But they want to own the song to put it on the EP, which both parties knew. So tell me how you going to put FNF in your contract without telling me. I told you and your manager every day that we was in LA with Sweetie. It's funny because they're in LA with Sweetie, and I'm assuming that this was before FNF took off. However, once again, we are told that all this was done organic. She blew up overnight. She was an overnight sensation. She was an overnight star. In the words of Twister, I'm going to make you a celebrity overnight. Right? So it says that labels are going to try to sign you because of FNF. So watch out. Wow. So without labels, now remind you, we're talking about a producer who already had produced a song for one of the biggest artists at the time, and Meg Thee Stallion. Right? Also, must I remind you that he was also approached by 2 label groups, and they said that they would market this record and push this record. So supposedly they partnered with those label groups. One of those label groups had already had success, won awards, and had a very successful star on their roster. And Tim McGraw, who's one of the most popular, successful country artists of all time. Now, supposedly, Glorilla came to the studio and it was a blank song. There was nothing to this song yet. This record was bland. It had nothing to it yet. No lyrics, no nothing. Allegedly, Glorilla was sitting on the toilet, and as she was sitting on the toilet getting her makeup done, she got a call and was asked to come to the studio. They pull up in the Nissan Altima with the long eyelashes on the headlights, dark tinted windows, driving fast. They got bottles of Henny. They got like ounces of marijuana, smelling like cocoa butter. They got their lace fronts in. So she pulled up to the studio. She got writer's block. Supposedly, she was like, well, let me go outside. Let me go hit this Tray 5 real quick. We're going to come back in here, and I'm going to lay something down. I got something for you. I'm good. We got you, right? So they came in. Now they turned up.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So they turned up. They put this song together in about 30 to 45 minutes. Now I'm confused because on one hand, he say he owned the record, right? But then on the next hand, she the one who put everything together. So who came up with the song? You know what I think? This ties back to what I've been saying. Majority of these artists, they have writers. They have a song already put together. I think that Hitkidd produced this song. But do I think he owned this record? Absolutely not. I think they had the writers, and I think the label and the people that's behind the scenes calling the shots put all this together, allegedly. All this is alleged. I don't have no inside sources. but this is all speculation. I think the labels, the shot callers, the industry, the execs, the label execs, they put all this together and they orchestrated all this, and Glorilla just went in there and just laid everything down. Just assumption. I could be right, I could be wrong. But I think she was a plant. I think that they had everything already put together. They had the video. They said that they recorded the video hours after they did the song. It was a thought anthem. Allegedly, he told her that he needed a song that women could chant for the summer. But he goes on to say, FNF, so watch out. He says, I also told you to let me know when labels reach out so we can be on the same page, right? But you still went and signed my song without telling me. So is it his song, or did she write the song? Like what happened? I'm confused. So he then says, I did my best to protect you. Now he her manager. But I thought she had another manager. I didn't know he was her manager. Usually the managers are the ones who try to protect you. So is he her manager, or I'm confused. Is he the producer or her manager? He says, this is only a portion of what I've been through. I'm bringing light to this before word get out. Like I'm the bad guy. I'm a stand-up guy, and I stand on business and morals. Now, if you stood on business and morals, my brother, you would have made her sign a contract before you even, before you took this to the next level. Y'all would have came to a mutual agreement. Y'all would have talked percentages. Y'all would have had all your ducks lined up before y'all got to this point. Before supposedly Yo Gotti came into the picture, before y'all, came in contact with those label groups. So Glorilla says, Gloria Woods, that is, Hallelujah Woods, hallelujah. The producer mad at the Lord right now. But she says, I don't clear up no rumors unless they say my coochie ain't fat. Believe whatever clown you want. Negroes been salty ever since I ain't signed to their label to be a group for $0. Shaking my head. So Glorilla, like most women, they don't want you to, view them as objects. However, she says, she ain't clearing up no rumors unless somebody say her coochie ain't fat. I mean, you ain't gonna clear up no rumors that she got an STD. You ain't clearing up no rumors if it's weak, if it's trash, if it's dry. You feel what I'm saying? But no, in all seriousness, see, she never responded with like facts and documents and, contracts, or not no really great points. Like she just, just automatically just said, hey, I ain't clearing up no rumors unless I hit my private part ain't fat, right? That's a red flag right there, in my honest opinion. I could be wrong, but that's a red flag. It just never made sense. It doesn't add up, and for me, someone who does a lot of research and a lot of reading, you hitting Hot 100. Now, remind you, she didn't sign to Yo Gotti allegedly until July. But here in June of 2022, the song is, it debuted at number 91 on the charts, on the Hot 100 chart. Song reaching number 75. Then it gets 43.2 million official on-demand streams, right? So it's climbing new heights, mainstream. It's getting worldwide airplay. But what people don't understand, a lot of this doesn't happen without connections. It doesn't really happen without a major label behind you putting in these funds. You need these connections. So you have to have some major funding coming from somewhere. And as I said, and I still stand on it, I think that she was an industry plant.